We're going to be focusing on 3 letters for today's lesson, and they are going to be the letter P, H, and G. And it's going to work in this form. I'm going to be combining the letter G and H as well as the letter P and H. I don't know if you got the gist. That is PH versus GH. And these two sounds tend to sound alike. And the sound is pronounced F sound, like it sounds like F. That is P plus H put together. That is PH and GH. They tend to sound F. Now these two sounds work differently. The PH tends to sound the same whether it's beginning a word, in the middle of a word, or at the ending part of a word, whereas GH only sounds F at the end of some words, not always, some words. So I have this list of words right here on the board. I'm going to be checking out to see actually what I'm trying to say. So I put it up this way with the addition of the vowel sounds as we normally do. So I have it this way: A, E, I, O, U. All right. So we go fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. Right? Fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. That is how it sounds. Okay, so this GH like this only appears F, that is sounds F only at the ending part of some words. So we're going to be seeing that as we move on. So let's try out the words we have right here on the board. I have fa, fa. This is a little bit lengthier in pronunciation because of the R. So I have pharmacy, pharmacy, pharmacy put together. We have elephant, fan, fa plus ni, fan plus t, fant. We have elephant. Okay, we have phantom, phantom, face, face, face. We have phage, phage. Now, if you're just joining me, try checking out our other videos. I made mention of the fact, like I don't fail to mention that in every of my videos, that the 26 letters of English language has 2 forms of pronunciation. Some has more than 2 forms. Some of the letters has more than 2 forms. But basically, we can talk about 2 forms which we know. Okay, so A can sound A for some words and A for some words. Okay, so from this list of words, right here it was sounding A, but when we get to this, it sounds A. We have fe, a, fe, a, okay? So we have face and we have phage, phage, all right? We equally have O, fan, fa. Remember, fa, fe, fi, fo, fu is the focus. So we have O, fan, fa plus ni, it is fan. Or fan, we have fat, fat. Now remember, we have the letter F that is pronounced as F. I often made mention of what we called homophonic words. This is one of them. This is pronounced as fat, but we equally have the fat of the F-A-T. Yeah, this and this sounds alike, but looking at their spellings, they are actually different. Let's equally try these sounds. We have phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. I have blasphemy. You can see it's still sounding fair here. Phenomenal, blasphemy, blasphemy. We still have philodem, philodem. We have philocast, philocast. Okay, and to this we have fa, fe, fi. Okay, remember this can sound E at the same time as E. Okay, now to this side we have the Fi. Remember, this can be E or I. E, that is why it is pronounced as Fi. So the list of words in the category we have feel, 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 philippic, philippic, philippic. We have phylum, phylum, phylum. We have philosophy, philosophy, philosophy. Philadelphosis, Philadelphosis, Philadelphosis. And this side of fo, okay, remember fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. Okay, so this is fo. We have phonic, phonic, nick, phonic, phone, phone, photo, photo, phonologic, phonologic, phosphonic, phosphonic. So you can see from this list that this equally sounds the same whether at the beginning, at the middle, even at the end, just like we have right here. Philosophy. This is the phi, you remember? So we move on, we have phosphonic. We equally have phosphorus. Phosphorus, we have phobia, phobia, as well as phosphate, phosphate. This is this very sound here. It is sounding A right here, but the sound never changed. Okay, now to the last one, we have fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. We have foot, foot. It is all about homophonic words. That is why it is very important that you have to practice consistency in word spelling. That's the only way you will get familiar with spelling. That is, you have to always try your best to master words. Like when you see a word, look at it very well to see how it is spelled, how it is pronounced, okay? So that when you see familiar or similar words that sounds alike, like homophonic words, you won't get confused. So this is pronounced as foot, but we have the foot of this form, the foot with this spelling. Now this and this sound alike, but looking at them, their spellings are actually different, okay? We have fugold. We equally have full carries. Full carries, we have sulf, sulf. Now the sound is still sounding for here. Sulfurization. Sulfurization, we have sulfurator, sulfurator, and we equally have typhus, typhus. Now you can see that for all this list of words, irrespective if it's at the beginning, at the middle, or at the end of the word, it remains the same sound, okay? So put together the words. We have pharmacy, elephant, fant, elephant, phantom, face, face, fetch, fetch, orphan, fun, or fun, fat. Okay, now we have here phenomenal, 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 blasphemy, blasphemy, philodem, philodem, philodem. We have phenocast, phenocast. Let's see the phi. We have feel, feel, feel. We have philippic, philippic, philippic. Now with the addition of this here, removing the IC, we have Philip, Philip, double P. We have philum, philum, philum. We have philosophy, philosophy, philosophy. We have Philadelphosis, Philadelphosis, Philadelphosis. And to this place we have the pho, we have phonic, phonic, phone, phone, photo, photo, phonologic, phonologic, phonologic. We have phosphonic, phosphonic. We have phosphorus, phosphorus. We have phobia, phobia. We have phosphate, phosphate. Okay, and to this side we have foot, foot. We have fogold, fogold. We have full carries, full carries. Sulfurization, sulfurization. That is sulfur, sulfurization. We have sulfurator, sulfurator. Typhus, typhus. Foot, fogold, for carries, sulfurization, sulfurator, typhus. Not typhoid, typhus. Okay, so you can see how the sounds sound irrespective of the position of the sound in the word. It still sounds the same with what we have right here on the board. Now let's look beneath, that is the ones we have right here. Right here we have the PHY, and this sound usually sound phi or phi, phi, phi. Now we have words like physiology, physiology, physiology. We have phycoblin, phycobilin, phycoblin. We have phytophage, phytophage. We equally have phylogenic, phylogenic. We have physician, physician. So this PHY usually sound phi or phi, phi or phi. We have physiology, physiology, phycoblin, phycoblin. We have phytophage, phytophage. We have phylogenic, phylogenic. We have physician, physician. And right here we have laugh, laugh. You can see the phi being pronounced. We have tough, f, f, the f sound. We have duff, 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 the sound. We have rough, rough, rough. We have enough, enough, enough. Laugh, tough, duff, rough, enough. You can see that all has this GH sounding for this ending part. Now let's look at this PH ending words. They still sound okay. We have graph, graph, trough, trough, muff, muff. We have glyphy, glyphy, graph, graph. We have graph or graph twice, graph, trough. With the addition of y, it is trophy, just like I said. This sound phi, okay, trophy. Now if I add y here, it gives me more phi, more phi. Without y, I have muffy, muffy, muffy. And I have glyphy, glyphy, glyphy. I have graph, graph. In conclusion, PH and GH tend to sound phi, but what differentiates these two is that the GH only sound phi for some words ending part, not in all cases. For some words in their ending part, it doesn't sound the same when it begins a word or in the middle of word. It only sounds phi at the end of some words, okay? But PH sounds phi whether it begins a word, in the middle of a word, or at the end of a word, okay? So this two is what we are trying to differentiate as well as know how they are being pronounced on today's video. And if you're seeing me for the first time, so welcome. If you like what we do here, you can actually join us simply by subscribing. And when you do, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, because that's the only way you get notified whenever I post a new video. Don't forget that you are amazing. See you soon in our next class, and bye for now.